machine. We went out walking on Easter Eve just to pass some time together. Well, he asked me some questions, things that I'd done, but I kept it good-natured. We were just having fun, and we talked about everything under the sun, and the Easter bells were chiming. So we walked for a while to a cafe we went, for we were hungry from the time that we spent. We carried no malice or any contempt, and both our hearts were shining. Too long before my kids said, hey, Dad, there's a man over there and he's just looking our way. But pay no attention, I said to the lad, let's just mind our own business this evening. Well, the man approached, said, what are you two looking at? And if we didn't stop gawking, he'd take us out back and teach us some manners. It was simple as that. Keep your eyes to yourself, you bastards. Well, I looked up and I said, why don't you sit down? You're walking here, sir, on very thin ground. There's nobody gawking or looking around, and you're alarming all of the patrons. That I shouldn't have said that, 'cause he raised his voice, said get ready to scrap, and with that he gave my kid's head a snap, said come get what you got coming. But my son stood up and hit him a lick, but I tried to stop it, but it happened so quick, and then he smashed the man's head down in the deck, and he was giving that fella a beating. But the man came up, pulled out a small gun, and he pointed it straight at the head of my son, and with a long neck bottle, the kid slashed at his jaw, and the pistol fell down on the table. The cops came and broke up the brawl, 'cause there was blood on the ceiling and blood on the wall. I said to my son, you know you don't win them all, and this has sure been one hell of an evening. He said, you know, Dad, I never even saw that gal, but I wasn't gonna stand for that man threatening us now. And I hope you forgive me for being so wild here on Easter evening. They arrested us all, took us off to jail. But 10 minutes later, we were all out on bail. And the wife of the man came up to my son, said, thank you, young man, for what you have done, because my husband is jealous and very cruel, and whenever always acts like a fool. I'm gonna quit him now that you got him locked up. And I hope to hell that the bastard will rot. My son, only 14. I find a young gentleman you've never seen. We went out walking one Easter Eve and left with that man's wife that he